Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX and it is holiday week and I wish you all my friends a very Merry Christmas and of course happy trading and lots of profits. So this week obviously is going to be very slow because markets will be shut, and so I would probably say better not to trade until actually maybe next week or even after New Year. That's what usually I do. But this year, maybe I will be continue trading because I still have some open trades. And in this video, I would like to obviously show you how the month of December worked out for me. It did actually worked out pretty well. And I made around 3,000 pips already. So possibly by the end of the month, before New Year, it maybe will be even more. It all depends because I have quite a bit of open trades, for example, with pound, and so if they will close before New Year, so there will be a bit more. But anyway, so you can see this. This is the one of my accounts, and you can see I have a lot of trades. And with this lot sizes, obviously, once again, with quite small and increased up to 0.10 lot sizes. You can see on the right side, you see pretty much I have positive trades. You can see I don't have many losing trades, so you can see more and more and more showing you it's a lot. I had one of the trades lost, but then I had recovery and more trades, another one losing trade which also was recovered afterwards. We have, you see, so yeah, it was very busy month, and once again it was pretty much part-time trading, like I'm telling you guys, part-time trading. And if you followed my videos all these weeks, you could have made the same, nearly 3,000 pips. So that's really good result. Obviously I had previous months much less than that. Like I'm saying, it's not always you can have results like this. I still have floating, but this I have accounted profit anyway. So, and now I'm going to show you a little bit of technical analysis for the coming week, even though there will be holidays and market will be closed. It will be open afterwards, so of course, and at the end afterwards you can see a little bit of me placing the orders. Once again, I'm using my EA, which helps me a lot. It's like I'm saying, it's a stress-free, and it closes half positions. Like you can see that 0.05 lot sizes, it was 0.10 split, and also 0.01 is also the split of the lot size 0.02. So like I'm saying, it's very useful tool. And if you would like to have that, you can find the information in the description under this video. So please check it out. Okay, and we're starting with euro dollar as usual. I'm showing you a bit bigger time frame, 4 hours, and with a little bit of what happened previous week. You see there's not much happened, just as was I expecting. Remember I was saying that it's not going to happen a lot because we have now uncertainty with a pound once again, and it has an influence on euro also. Of course, Brexit is not going to be good for both, for euro and for UK, for pound. So you see the euro was kind of balancing and then had still a little bit drop and back into our area. So this week we will see if there is nothing extraordinary is going to happen. People will be celebrating, or I don't know, any news. No, nothing will come out. So I would probably just watch this area to see if it will start to consolidate here, and then from that we will see what to do, because at this moment it's quite hard to say. You know that the Brexit is going to happen now on end of January, 31st of January. So before that, we still have a bit of the time, but for this week, I wouldn't want to say anything right now about what I would expect. I will make it in the next video in next week to see what's going to be this week, and then I will give a little bit better picture of what I think is going to happen during that time and afterwards. But at this moment, so we just I will be watching this area to see maybe a whole week it will just sit in here. So if it will, then there will be no trades, obviously. So now I'm going to go to dollar yen. I had you can see it was also nothing much. It was just sitting and consolidating in the channel. I had my orders. You can see it got me into the sell order, so which I'm sitting in now. And if this week it's going to be very slow, I will be still placing my pending order buy, because the lot size, again, you can see it's very small lot size. I wouldn't be worried if it will get me into the trade or anything, but this is the area to look, and I will be placing the orders both directions. At this moment, obviously, the pair is in the uptrend channel, and but with the very slow market, maybe it will have a little bit of movement down again before it would try to continue the way up, which I still think it's trying to go and close that gap. Yes, I know, I've been talking about this gap for a very long time, and I think it still will try to close it, but maybe with the slow at this moment's time, and you know, the news for dollar will be at the beginning of the month again, so maybe it will just have a bit of slow movement around this area, and so nothing would happen again this coming week. So Australian dollar, also remember I had a trade, and I was saying that I'm trading without the stops at this moment. That's why I have floating on my account, negative floating. I had a sell here, remember, and then I had a buy at this level, which I used manually. I placed the sell order, and then you see the pair went down, and I was showing, I think last week, that I will see what is going to happen. So what happened, obviously, I closed a little bit one of the orders, and then I sold again. When I started to turn around, I see it didn't break, I sold it again, and when I started to consolidate, I finally closed that order and both these orders which I had here, so I end up with a small, very, very small profit. And that's what I'm saying. That's the you can see the benefits of trading without the stop, and obviously minuses. So there are pluses and minuses. Minuses because you're floating with the loss for a while, right, with the negative, and it can grow, but you need to obviously see the levels. That's what a minus, a downside, is that when you're trading without the stops, you do really need to follow the trend to see where it's going. If you're trading just like I usually like to do, just placing new orders, looking for some consolidations, then you don't have to worry about trends. You don't have to worry about where it will go. You just place your orders, place the stops, and with like my EA using, and it will increase the lot size itself. It will calculate how much it needs to cover the loss, because as I was explaining last time, if I would have placed my usual stop, you see from here, I only need 120 pips to recover and come out with profit, and actually pair made more than 120, had 130 pips movement. And so I would have ended up with loss and recovery and the profit. So right now I recovered it, but with a very, very, very small profit without the stops, you see. But the benefit is that if it would have been moving up, down, up, down, up, down, then you don't have so many losing trades before you're going to come out with a profitable one. So you see, then I had a small consolidation here. I had another little trade here, and at this moment it looks like we are breaking out of this level. So it's kind of broke. You see, first time it's broke, then came back. Now it's trying to break out. So quite possibly it will continue, and inside this uptrend channel now, breaking out the previous downtrend. You can see this one. So you see, this is where it's trying to break it out. So what I would still like to prefer is, of course, to watch this area when it will consolidate, and then possibly placing the orders both directions. But at this moment there is nothing. It's not consolidating, it's just sitting here. At this moment it just broke it, and of course with the opening of the market it might come back down, and without the consolidation come back down and start to do consolidating somewhere around here. So at this moment just to watch this area to see if it starts to do consolidation. Now we're going dollar Canadian. You can see that's what I was expecting, consolidation in this area I gave you, but I placed the only sell order here because you see, first it's broke, then it's returned. Like I'm saying, I'm using pullbacks. I told you about it. Is another option of using my areas. When it's breakout, you place your first order sell. When it pulls back, you place the order sell again. Unless of course it goes inside. So it went inside here, but because it was too close to the next level, I didn't place buy order, so I only placed one sell order. You can see this is my sell, and I had a small sell, And then the pair could actually had a cancellation. I could have actually placed the order here, but I was more concentrating on pound pairs. I had a lot of sell on pound pairs. That's why these other pairs were just like, okay, I placed some orders with my yen and just forgotten about it completely, and then I didn't even see that it was consolidation. I could have placed more orders again. So now, because the end of the week, obviously I would have not placed any orders here. Just wait for the pair to do next step, either come back to this area and start to consolidate. So I will be watching that area now. So if it will start to consolidate, then I will be looking at placing possibly buy order already around here, and sell order as usual, the same area once again. If it will go down, then I will be looking at that area. But I presume it could possibly just have a slow, because of the holidays. It might just have a consolidation in this area, and then afterwards have a good move. So, but that's the view a little bit for this coming week. Okay, gold also, you see, didn't make huge moves, just as I expected once again, but I still placed my orders, buy and sell, pending, and it hit me. You see, it hit both orders, sell, and it hit my buy order here. So once again, the lot sizes are not very big. I didn't place the stop this time because obviously I saw it's coming back. And because there is nothing was happening, very slow market, and that's why I decided not to place the sell order, and I just left the same buy with the same lot size. So we will see. I think it might be again very slow. Maybe it will go down very slow, maybe it'll go back up again, but I would think it might just sit in this area, and possibly I would be able to come out from the trades if it will give me the opportunities, because possibly after New Year, like they are expecting some news between America and China trade deal, and this is where I think it's going to be a big move sometime, maybe first week of January, and then if I would be able to come out from these trades, then I would be looking at placing again the trades. If I will stay with the same, if it will stay, would let me to come out, obviously, of course, already you can see I have another limit order already using that level. So that's the trading without the stops. But it's better, of course, to watch it and do it manually, because if the market will start to move very fast and sharp, it could be very big, high impulse, and maybe I would have to cancel it and then just wait to see manually when it started to try to reverse. So, but I placed that this week to thinking if it will have a jump, could have a jump. You never know what can happen during the Christmas or whatever holiday times. The markets can have jumps, ups and down. That's why I had it just in case. But this week we will see. Maybe I would cancel it, or I'll probably just leave it and cancel it before the end of the week. This time I just again forgotten about that completely and just left it as it is. I mean, nothing's going to happen at that point. I don't think it's going to be big jumps or anything at the opening of this week. I think it's going to be quite slow, and until possibly, like I'm saying, the beginning of January. So with more news for American dollar. So now we're going to euro pound. Also, it's finally started to recover based on bad news for pound. What is with pound is that now it's more talks about the hard Brexit once again. That's what I was saying. I don't understand why pound was still appreciated so much and going so high. Obviously, well, I mean, I understand, because everybody's okay, conservatives are winning, but conservatives are winning, but Boris Johnson is still into definitely no extension of Brexit, and definitely coming out from the EU. And a lot of people believe, and which I also believe, that it's not very good for either UK or EU, at least for beginning, right? So when it happens, because it's uncertainty, that's why I was still looking into pound drop. And that's what happened. Let's just have a euro pound. So this is the area now. I still was not touching the pair at all. It was not giving me any good consolidations. Now maybe it will start to consolidate here, or in that area. You see, previously we had a bit of consolidation, and then I will see if I would want to go for any trades or not. But I have a lot of opportunities with other pound pairs. That's why, for example, this week I was selling pound all over the place. You can see that's the pound. And I had this area for you and that level where I was selling. So remember, last week I was buying and caught the good move. Then I was telling you I will be placing the order selling from 135, but I did a little bit low because, you know, I was sitting with some floating, and I still have some floating from the previous, like when I started that big move, I got in some bad trades, and I was thinking it was still like, you know, just a quick jump, and then I should turn around, quick jump, and then I have been traveling, didn't have time to look after it, and got in a bit of the floating. I'm still floating with those trades, but account is in profit, and if I didn't buy a pound last time, I was selling it, I keep selling it. Okay, so I'm there's always opportunities, and I will try to make maybe separate video to tell you about the how it was happening, and trading without the stop. So what the worst thing can happen, and pluses and minuses. Okay, so you see now, as you saw the results, I had some trades, my lot size went now to 0.10, like you were asking me why I'm trading the smaller lots, because when I'm trading without the stops, I'm using the smaller lots, and with the market like now, it's better to do with the small lots, and you still have good results, even with the small lots. Of course, it's not huge results, not huge profits, but still it's more safer. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. And well, okay, I don't like the word teaching you, but okay, some of you consider me as a mentor and a teacher, so I'm trying to teach you to trade slow and without high risk. Okay, because a lot of people trying to show you high risk trading, how they make thousands, but it's very, very bad to do this, because you can lose everything, so you don't want to do it. That's why just slowly grow your account. Okay, and if you can even float, you don't need to be scared, because of course if you're floating thousands on your account, it's bad, and you have margin call. But if you only place in the smaller pips, you have summary, smaller lot sizes, then you have come out in the summary. For example, now I can close my floating loss and end up with the profit still in my account, but I don't do it because I'm still keeping trading it. And it's just different ways, and you need to understand all of this concept of Forex, how it works, not just seeing how people showing you only positive trades, only good trades, and not showing you when actually they're losing. You see, this account, it's been for like 6 months now, and see what is happening on that account. It's all real. I'm not hiding from you. You can see it. So, and yeah, so this, you see, that's what I was selling, and then I had some more sales. I was just and at this moment I'm still in a sell order, and I presume it could possibly go well, if it will break, it's trying to break 130 again, and with all of this news, I presume it might break it and consolidate just like previously here. Maybe it will stuck in that area once again between those levels. Depends, right, what is going to be with the Brexit news, and maybe only afterwards it will maybe continue the way down. Like, I can't say now because we don't know what kind of news are going to be about what a deal, but I would still more consider that the Brexit itself should push it more down, right? And then it will start all of these negotiations, and then we'll be a little bit more clear what is happening, how many more bad news, how many more good news about the deal, about negotiations between the EU and UK, and then we will see. Right now, it's just that's it. I've been telling you, I was selling pound all the time. I mean, okay, I had to buy, I was buying it on the way up, which I told you again. In here, I was placing both directions, obviously, but it was more that market was still accepting the winning of Conservative Party, and then you see it started to turn around. Now it's all concentration on Brexit. Same with pound. I actually gave you on my blog, janefx.com. You can check. I gave screenshots for all the pound pairs where I was selling. You can see here. You see that the first area I was giving you, and even though market straight away went up, and then you see it went down and it consolidated in the same area. So I was giving you all those areas here, and selling all those pound pairs just exactly where I gave it to you. You see here also. But like I'm saying, you can have a look on my blog, where some cross pairs I'm giving the screenshots where I'm looking at the areas to place my orders, buy, sell, or buy or sell. So you see pound yen, it had a little bit of recovery, and of course now I would just see and wait where it will be starting to consolidate. So it's got to this, back to those levels and having some consolidation. So obviously with the other pairs like yen and CHF and Australian and New Zealand, you need to also follow the news for those pairs, right? So it's okay, pound is influential, but it still could react, it will react on the news for those pairs too. So but yeah, that's all, guys, for now, with the a bit of technical analysis and overview of the market for this coming week. Yeah, watch the now after this how I was placing my orders live, and a little bit of use of my EA and real life trading. So thanks for watching. Happy trading, happy holidays once again. Have fun, have nice family dinners, and even if you don't have family, just go. If you're on your own, you're single or anything, just get a bit of the spirit, get your something nice for yourself, treat yourself with something really nice this year. Just have a little present for yourself, or go somewhere and enjoy a meal on your own. It doesn't matter, just go, get out, and don't get upset, and whatever. I mean, if you even had some bad trades in Forex or anything, don't upset, don't give up, just try, keep trying, keep trading, learning, and you will succeed. Okay, so just believe in yourself. That's the most important thing, is believing in yourself, and no matter whatever you do, and you will get it. Okay, you will. So see you next week. Bye everyone.